Hi everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Debbie, and today we're going to be doing cheesy scalloped potatoes with ham in my crock pot. So if that's something you think you'd be interested in, just stay tuned. Keep watching. So I have taken probably, I think it was 6 medium-sized potatoes, and I used russet potatoes. You can use gold potatoes too. I have done that before, and it makes really good scalloped potatoes. But today I had russet potatoes on hand. So I took 6 medium-sized, peeled them, and then I cut them in half, and I laid them down, cut side down on my cutting board so they would be easier to cut and not roll around. And you'll want to cut these pretty thin. I think I cut them maybe 1/8 of an inch, maybe even a little bit thinner, but as thin as you can so they get done and not stay crunchy. And then we're going to throw those into the crock pot. And as you see, I do have my crock pot with a liner in it. I love those. It really saves you on cleanup. So we're going to get these potatoes cut up and into the crock pot. And as you can see, I've sped up the process just a little bit. I know you don't want to sit here and watch me cut potatoes. This is the longest of the process of making this dish. So the next thing we're going to do is then get our ham steak ready. I picked up a Frick's. It is a boneless ham steak. They do have a lot of flavor. I'm very happy with this brand, but I really don't care for the thick rind on there. If you would like to leave it on, it's your choice. Go ahead and leave it on, but I did choose to cut it off. It did come off pretty easily with a very sharp knife, of course. So I just get that cut off, and then I'm going to proceed with making diced little cubes from my ham steak. You could possibly use lunch meat, ham lunch meat. I'm not sure. I've never tried that. But Frick's isn't the cheapest ham steak that there is. You could get a cheaper ham steak so you could make this meal a little bit less expensive. With the ham steak, the cheese, the little bit of heavy cream, a little bit of butter, a little bit of onion, and your potatoes, you're probably looking at around $10 to make this crock pot, but it does make quite a bit. It would feed a family of 5 a nice sized dinner. So if that is a budget that you think is okay, then I would use the ham steak, but I think you could find a cheaper ham steak or ham meat, lunch meat to use if you wanted to. So we have all our ham diced up, and that one ham steak, it really did make a nice amount of diced up ham. And we're taking that and we're just gonna toss it right in the crock pot, right on top of our potatoes. And the next thing we're going to add is some onions. Now, I did only add 1/4 of a cup. It called for 3/4 of a cup, but my husband doesn't like onions. But I should have put at least 1/2 a cup. You can't really taste the onions. They cook down and they add flavor so much to food. And then I had added 1/2 a cup of chicken broth, 3 tablespoons of butter. And then next we're going to be adding some heavy cream. If you don't have heavy cream, I think milk would just be fine. But it does call for 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. I was using 1/2 a measuring cup. So there is the other half. But like I said, feel free to just use milk. I think it would be just fine. And next we're going to add some garlic powder, 1/2 of a teaspoon of garlic powder. And to that then, we're going to be adding some salt and pepper. Now, definitely do add some pepper. The salt, I think I would omit until you get it done and then taste it, because the ham steak is salty in itself. The meal was not too salty, but some people can't have that much salt. So I would probably omit the salt until you taste it at the end. And then we're going to be adding our cheese. It's shredded cheese. It called for 2 cups. I did add a cup later on, but I put a cup of sharp cheddar here and a cup of the Fiesta blend. And we just dumped that right on in top. Now later on, I did add another cup of the sharp cheddar. And when I added that, I also added another cup of milk. Here I'm giving it a quick stir around to combine everything. And in the description box, I will have the amounts that I used. So we're going to give that a quick stir, get the lid on it, and we're going to put it on high for approximately 4 hours. And coming up at about 3 hours, it's cooking pretty good. I'll show you where it's going to be bubbling here in just a second. And after that, it doesn't take long. You'll see the taste test. They're done. Our cheesy scalloped potatoes with diced ham. Let's give it a taste test. You can really taste the cheese in there, but I will tell you, I did up it from 2 cups to 3 cups. And I used a variety of different kinds of cheeses. And they turned out really good. So I would give this a try if I were you. So until next time, take care of yourself and each other. Bye.